Hayward is my home. It's where my story began, and it's where my future stands. I hope that one day, in this heart of the Bay, people of all race, gender, and age can say they live in a Hayward where all things are possible, and even the sky isn't the limit.
Every day, Hayward residents and businesses are pushing limits through hard work and innovation. In city government, innovation means working smarter to deliver more without spending more.
My name's Garrett Contreras. I've been the fire chief here in the city of Hayward for going on 5 years. Been employed within the Hayward Fire Department for the last 21 years. Cherished every minute of it and appreciated every moment that I got to serve the residents of this great city. That being said, we've had our challenges as a community. We have had setbacks through the recession that could have broken most cities. The idea of the Firehouse Clinic was really something that was born out of austerity and a need for access to health care in our South Hayward communities. It's something that we're very passionate about in the Hayward Fire Department. We see our residents in need of health care, and oftentimes they don't have access into the appropriate level of care at a price that they can afford, at a location that's convenient. The need for access to health care, not just in South Hayward, but across our nation, is evident in most cities that you go to. We made the Firehouse Clinic as a model that could be easily repeatable in any community. Since the opening of the Firehouse Clinic, Hayward residents have been able to access primary care, many of which for the first time in their life. In the 911 system, currently paramedics in the field only have the opportunity to send patients to the emergency room at all times. And having an alternate destination to send non-emergency 911 patients is ultimately the game-changing effect that the Firehouse Clinic will have.
Innovation is driving and transforming our city. So is new investment, including hundreds of millions of dollars in new real estate development. City government is working to leverage it for the benefit of all.
We're being pushed at the regional level and at the state level to build projects like this, close to transit, increase density, because we have a housing crisis in the Bay Area. And I feel so proud when I'm able to say, we do it here in Hayward. We are providing a solution to this crisis.
I'm Linda Mandolini, the president of Eden Housing, and I've been with Eden now since 1996. We're standing on a site that used to be the Perry and Key Auto Body facility, and it's right next door to what used to be a satellite parking lot for BART. And serendipitously, one day I got a phone call from a very famous football player named Joe Montana asking me if we were interested in partnering with him and his partner to help build some affordable housing on a market rate project that was part of the whole neighborhood. And I thought somebody was kind of joking and pulling a prank call on me, but as it turns out, it really was Joe Montana. He and Dwight Clark of the Immaculate Reception. Dwight Clark lived actually in the Hayward neighborhood and really loved Hayward. And so they had a lot of vision, because this site is now a beautiful mixed income community, one of the best locations you could imagine living in. It's close to BART, it's close to shopping. You can drive to Silicon Valley, you can take BART to San Francisco or Walnut Creek. It's really an incredible place to live. We had 150 apartments in this project. We had 4,500 applicants to live here. And we literally had to pull names out of a hat and have a lottery. Housing is desperately needed here. I know this because people call every day asking for a place to live here. And so I'm so just thrilled to be part of one of the most important projects the city has done.
My name is Annie Battle, and I moved into Altamira Housing on October 28th of 2016. I waited for the housing lottery, and they pulled my name. I know that there were many, many people applying for this housing, and so it was just really an act of God as far as I'm concerned. God picked me.
I'm so appreciative of Eden Housing. You have no idea how my life has changed. Being able to maintain my independence, not having to live with my sons, and I don't want to live with anybody. I live with somebody my whole life.
We are a vibrant city, changing, adapting, and evolving. We also value working to preserve and conserve what makes Hayward such an amazing place to live, our environment and landscape.
I'm Susan England, Senior Utilities Engineer for the City of Hayward. I work for the Utilities and Environmental Services Department. Here at the Water Pollution Control Facility, our mission is to protect the environment. We take wastewater and treat it to a highly purified level before we discharge it into the bay. We also provide secondary effluent to the Russell City Energy Center for use in their cooling towers. The Water Pollution Control Facility went from a net energy user to a net energy exporter really through two large projects implemented here at the city. The first was our 1 megawatt solar facility, and the second project is this cogeneration facility, which you see behind me. The process of purifying wastewater is a very energy-intensive process. Here at the city, we have actually turned our facility from being one of the largest energy consumers to a net energy exporter through the process of producing solar energy and through the cogeneration process. We are one of the very few municipalities that produce more energy than is needed at the Water Pollution Control Facility, and we export our excess energy to 20 benefiting accounts and a dollar-for-dollar bill credit transfer, including City Hall. These investments in solar energy and the cogeneration facility are paying off to the tune of around $230,000 a year in energy savings.
Hayward is innovating, evolving, leading in environmental sustainability. We are striving and thriving, while all the while preserving the best of who we are.
I just can't wait for the day everyone in Hayward will be proud to say, I am made in Hayward.